Hey.
It's motherfucking Jive and Honey.
All right.
I've noticed on watching the episodes that are out now, I always start out by saying fuck.
Yeah.
I think it's a nervous thing.
Yeah? Do you think that's why, do you think YouTube's throttling us and putting shadow banning us because you say fuck immediately?
Immediately. Right out the gate. And they only monitor like the first 30 seconds.
They're like, whoop, that's that. They don't have to
Back
monitor.
of the line.
They don't have to monitor more than 30 seconds to realize how terrible that is. That you're part of the problem.
Oh, man. It's just a word.
I know.
It's just a word. Let's do it up top. It's like, if you're digging what we are doing, hit subscribe, hit like, make a comment. It's the only way we do get pushed to the head of the line.
Yeah. And tell your friends. In a more offline, analog sort of way. Tell all your friends. Tell people you don't like. Tell anybody. Yeah. Just give it a mention. Just show somebody. Be like, hey, this is pretty all right.
And it's like, I had this weird feeling that we weren't doing something right because all the comments...
Because of our careers?
Because all the comments have been very positive. They talk about how natural we are. It's like we're in a great conversation.
And thank you very much for that. We do appreciate that.
But I felt like, it's like when you said that shit about Kobe Bryant, I thought, people would be like, oh, how dare you? It's Kobe Bryant. No.
It's because nobody likes Kobe Bryant. They all say they do because they think they're supposed to.
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
So should we be doing more upsetting things, or
because you're not successful until you've been trolled.
Until you've been trolled. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like my fragile psyche might be better off this way.
Appreciate.
Let's keep it positive, people. Thank you. We do appreciate that. It's two assholes in a room talking to you, and the fact that you're being okay with it is pretty great.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Like when you work on a shoot, you work with 20 people to get things done. This dumb thing, it's just two of us talking to each other. It's in a bubble. We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know what we're doing.
We're surrounded by yes men. They're all telling us it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I would like to start though.
Oh boy. This makes me nervous.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about this, and I don't know. Maybe it's a new segment. Maybe we call it like, "What's my beef?" Or like, "Where's the beef?" I don't know, something. It's a real. You might have noticed this trend in retail and restaurants, and where people say, "I appreciate you." They don't say, "I appreciate that." You tip them, and they go, "Oh, I appreciate you." You can't fucking begin to appreciate me in the limited amount of time that we have together. So don't fucking patronize me. You don't appreciate me. You appreciate my money.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop telling me you appreciate me. You do not. You're a dirty, dirty liar, and you make me want to take my money back.
But I'm always the person that put myself in their shoes. But what if they have people that don't tip? And they don't whatever. So it's just like they appreciate the person that they know for 30 seconds is a person that tips.
Right. So they're like, you either aren't awful.
Right.
Slim chance. Worked in a restaurant at some point.
So what should they say?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that act that you did. Thank you. These are all things that are fine.
All right.
Yeah. These are... Look.
I understand. But it's such a small moment in time.
You don't appreciate me. You're not thinking about me later. You're not wondering, man, I wish that guy was back here.
Yeah. I like the word appreciate though. I do.
Do you say I appreciate you?
No, I don't say
that's
you.
Rather intimate for a transaction.
I do attach it to the service they just provided.
I appreciate what you just did.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. I appreciate that is akin to thank you.
Right.
It's a little more personal. I get that.
No, I get it. It's like the same thing. Like have a blessed day.
Oh well, that's
just uncalled for.
No. Please don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. You can tell me Merry Christmas. I don't care. That's fine. Don't tell me to have a blessed day though.
Yeah, I know. Oof.
Please don't do that.
That's condescending. That is.
That's really. It's
just like.
All right. Let's not alienate anyone else.
One of our comments was get to the topic earlier.
Well, I bet they won't appreciate me
Yeah.
eating up 10 minutes.
I like a little our personal repartee
Okay.
in the beginning. It comes off.
It's what keeps them coming back.
Yeah. But today's topic, we talked about it at the beginning. It kind of falls in between. And you're crossing genres, but I was thinking movies, so mine are movies. But it's like bombs that we love. It's like things that are not necessarily deemed as quality
Right.
entertainment, but you love them.
We had thrown around the term guilty pleasure,
Guilty
which,
pleasure.
again, I have a problem with guilty pleasure. I don't like that term because it's like, first of all, you shouldn't feel bad about it.
Right.
It's a record or a TV show or a movie. I mean, it's like, don't feel bad about liking that. It's,
Yeah,
lots
yeah,
of people may like it. Also, it's like, it sort of diminishes. All right, it got bad reviews or it wasn't super popular, but, really bad things make a ton of money and sell lots of copies.
Very popular things.
Yeah. I mean, there's... Oh, Christ.
Uh-oh.
I watched a new TV show,
Oh,
and
boy.
I cannot not recommend this enough.
Oh, boy.
I
I
was-
love it. I'll probably end up like...
You will not. You will not. There's no way. This is over if you love it. Dr. Odyssey. I saw the first 2 episodes of. This is the new Ryan Murphy show, which Ryan Murphy needs to go away at this point.
Oh,
Is the guy that did Glee and all the American Horror Stories and
yeah,
American Crime Stories. He did Menendez Brothers, which I think a lot of people seem to hate. They shouldn't hate that because he did Dr. Odyssey, which is a fictionalized story of the doctor on a luxury cruise liner. And it's the guy from Dawson's Creek who's not Dawson,
Oh, yeah.
who I like.
Yeah. No, I've seen him in some good things.
And the captain is Don Johnson. So everyone's really good looking.
Oh, man.
Dude,
I love me some Don Johnson.
I love
man.
Don Johnson.
I mean, old Don Johnson. Like today, he's
he's still awesome. Yeah.
Anytime he's in something, he
kills
the
it.
Coolest dude.
It is so bad. My wife said to me, she goes, this storyline's unnecessary. And then she goes, they're all unnecessary. The production design is great. It looks amazing. I got to say that. Whoever did the job, awesome. But it fucking stinks.
Wow.
It's-
It wasn't even in my radar.
It's so
just
bad.
like- I'm glad
we
you
only watched
suffered
it
through
because my wife saw a billboard that said Big Deck Energy, and she laughed so hard about it that we had to watch
But
one
that's
of
the ad agency. That's
Yeah,
the
I
marketing
know.
team. That's not.
You were hoping,
the-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so bad. I almost want you to watch it so we could talk about it another time. I digress. That is not a guilty pleasure. That is
No.
just bad.
That's just bad. All right. Some of my picks, I kind of, we research and we try to get some information for you guys, and it's like it's a weird thing that Rotten Tomatoes has gotten so much power,
They really are quite powerful. We
They-
need to defund
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes.
but it's kind of like a Wikipedia type style. It's
Almost.
like it's like the grading is through reviews, isn't it?
There's 2 sets
There's
of
two.
grades.
There's
There's
yeah.
user and critics.
and critics.
So there's 2
Right.
sets. And the thing I find useful about Rotten Tomatoes is they have a thing like you can go like what's streaming and pick services and it'll show you what's streaming. You can sort it by what's the most popular, by their ratings, by what date
cool.
release. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. I
Right.
think their ratings being a thing now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I guess somebody had to be Siskel and Ebert.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It was thumbs up, thumbs down,
Yeah.
and people listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the things that we're gonna do is kind of like things that weren't popular, but we love them. And just to have a range on Rotten Tomatoes, the top movies: L.A. Confidential got 99, Godfather 97, Casablanca 99, and Chinatown I think was on the 100. They have a 100 thing.
Is it user or critic or is it a combo?
That is the critic.
Critic.
That's the critic
I mean,
number.
those are all.
I was just
Yeah, that sounds right.
And just so you know, the other end, there's so many bad movies that get zeros, but you never even heard of them before. But here's just a couple. It was tough to find some that actually, but Travolta's Gotti got a 0.
Didn't look great.
No. One of the other bad movies. They're all this. There's a lot of sequels that should never been made. Return to the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah,
and like I think of the third Jaws. Is it Jaws Revenge? Got a 0.
Well, Jaws 3 was Jaws 3D.
3D. So it might have been the fourth.
The fourth one is where the shark follows
the wife.
To like the Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Yeah, which was amazing that they intercut the plane flying with a shark very close to the surface of the water. Fucking crazy.
That's kind of awesome. I kind of want to watch it.
And it's real heavy on Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
In that one. Yeah. That's a good one.
There's a couple of interviews I've seen with him where he explains why he took that role. It's just like, he
wanted to go to the Bahamas.
Yeah, he had to pay for like one of his houses or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know how any of the things I chose are reviewed. I know how they're thought of, maybe.
Yeah. No, I just kind of want to
the general zeitgeist,
throw that out there because that today is, and mainly because there's a movie that came out this week that everyone was really looking forward to, and it did not get well reviewed. It did not.
Nope.
By critics or by the public, and that's the sequel to The Joker.
Yeah, not good.
It's like to the point where I was just like, I'm sure there's got to be some good things. I'll watch it, but like, I really enjoyed the first one. How bad could it be? But it sounds.
So you didn't go see it? No,
I have not seen it. But it was just like the ratings are so shocking. I mean, but that's the power of Rotten Tomatoes. It's just like it affected me. It's like
right. There's a little mob mentality to it for sure.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I'll have a whole different.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna bring up Rotten Tomatoes to.
Sure. But then I was like trying to think of the psychology of why, like, if it's deemed bad, what in it resonates with you? Like, what's the personal thing? Is it personal, or is it just an aspect, or like just something you can relate to, or what is it that you're drawn to that makes you be like, oh yeah. I know everyone hates it, but I fucking love it.
I mean, I think some of these things, for me at least, some sit in like a personal, like there was just like a moment where I, something struck me, or it was a particular moment in my life where it happened. I mean, I don't know. Like, is it like there's something to it? It's a genre you like, or it's something that you've always thought.
I'm trying to think like of all the one. It's like
get into it. Give me something.
The genre I like, something personal, and then one is I just like fucking dumb things. Before we jumped into it,
fair enough.
Yeah, I do. I mean, we both do. We just If it's good, stupid.
I think
great.
We'll prove that today.
Yeah. But I just wanted to touch real quick because I totally forgot I had a little note. Personal bombs that like you embrace and love, and like
bombs in life.
Yeah, the first thing. A lot of relationships, but like I don't regret any of them. Mainly is hair and facial hair.
Right.
I remember I shaved my hair when I was in my 20s and I looked cool. I shaved my hair in the 30s and I looked like a convict.
You looked terrifying when you shaved. Yeah, I remember when you shaved your head. That was
I still, it's like, I own it. But I also like lived for 2 years with a Fu Manchu mustache.
I thought it was great. I got to say, I thought it was a real solid look.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I wish I could pull that off now. I mean, I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. I mean, I had the El Conquistador mustache, notch, and chin. Which was just like shitty pirate costume.
Oh, it was amazing. It was like you were stepped off of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I also had long hair at the time, so it was like,
and your hair's got a little wave to it.
Unruly.
It's like, and you had your your little chin hair to a point.
Yeah. It was
impressive.
Thanks. It was impressive how long I kept that look. That was probably more the issue.
But you loved it, right?
I did.
Like,
I you couldn't have told me I looked bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
it's
believed
like,
you. I wouldn't have believed you. I was like,
And even
this
if
is.
you did, I'd be like, fuck you. This is how I look.
I wouldn't have known how to look better. I couldn't have figured it out
At that time.
At that time, I would have been like, I
Right.
don't know what pivot to make that would make me look
I think
any
you
better.
might have sobered up.
Oh,
I know that kind of helped me.
yeah.
along
It
the
was
way.
a good wake up hungover look because nobody could
Yeah,
tell the
no one could
difference.
tell the difference.
Yeah.
Is Jay hungover? No. He's That's just how he looks.
Yep, that's the look.
Yeah. Used to be a little gray too. I
Yeah.
remember, it's like a lot of time. Because as soon as we kind of cleaned up our act a little bit, the color came back.
Yeah. My pallor was a little, the less booze.
But like even that, like we had, the thing is, we call it misspent youth, but we weren't young.
No.
we did misspent time.
misspent middle age.
Yeah, it was like, oof. We tied one on for about 6 years.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're on the downside now. And if nothing else, that definitely accelerated things.
But don't regret it. Loved every minute of it. We did a lot of dumb shit, but it was great.
The only thing I regret is like, there was a couple things I think I missed because I was too tired, too drunk, too fucking out of money. So that things I could have done. I did this instead of that. I zigged instead of zagged.
Yeah.
Those missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that bother me the most.
But like just being stupid, my first one. It's a classically panned movie, and I don't know why. I loved it, but I think the expectations were so high, and that's Hudson Hawk.
Man, I don't
Bruce
think.
Willis.
Yes, I think Hudson Hawk was too weird for everybody.
It was weird, but I love. It had like a rhythm to it. It was kind of like a little mix
they
of
sang
old,
the whole
yeah, they
time.
sang. Danny Aiello. He was so lovable. He was awesome. Andy McDowell played a nun. It was like boom.
All I can remember is Sandra Bernhard and what's his name? The bad
Richard
guys.
Grant.
Richard Grant. Yeah, Richard Grant.
So great.
They're awesome, and he
So
just wants a cappuccino.
Right, and the whole, but it was like coming right off of Bruce Willis' Moonlight. Bruce Willis was a
You know what I
giant
think?
TV star.
I think the problem was he had made a bunch of movies like in a year or two, post Die Hard. Like after Die Hard,
Was it?
It was after Die Hard. So he was huge, right? He's the biggest star in the world, and he made a couple movies, and they all sort of tanked. And Hudson Hawk was like sort of the last one he had contracted. Like, I'm the biggest thing on the planet. Let me do what I want, and they let him make that.
Right.
And it was just like
I just remember a ton of hype going
much
into it, and it just crashed. But again, and a lot of the stuff has art themes in it. But it was Da Vinci, and they were trying to find the thing where he can turn lead into gold.
right. Yeah. The alchemy.
Alchemy. Yeah. So like that, I'm in.
Yeah, but didn't he leave like the helicopter blueprints when he went to steal it or something?
Yeah.
He went to steal one thing and left the other, and it was like,
but they actually got
it's right
into
there,
his
man.
flying machine.
Like,
at one
the flying
point.
machine.
Yeah.
That's right. Maybe that was it. They got in the flying machine.
But the best thing too, all the henchmen, all the villains were named after candy bars. The Snickers, Almond Joy, Kit Kat, and Butterfingers.
I remember Kit Kat.
Kit Kat
Yeah.
was David Caruso.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they were really. I feel like they were gluing so many different ideas to that. Like, like let's take some Dick Tracy
was
stuff.
like-
Let's take some of this.
But like full on cartoon stuff, like with sound
sound
effects.
effects. Yeah. There was weird
Yeah.
sound effects in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
But it's so fun. It's like, so go back, rewatch it. If you hate it, I'm sorry. But it's fun. It's a fun movie, and Danny Aiello and Bruce's camaraderie is good. Anything buddy movie is great.
Yeah. You didn't,
Hot Girls as Nuns.
right. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, that's prime
Yeah,
Andy McDowell. That was
Yeah.
Still had a lot of teeth though. Just recently, when I recently got over COVID, and while I had COVID, I watched a lot of movies.
Oh, shit.
And one of the new movies, man, I think it was the only new movie I watched, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if it was the fever or it just sort of tickled me.
You're delusional.
Was Bullet Train,
Stop.
dude?
Stop. No.
Fully enjoyable. Yeah.
Is that the second time you watched it?
No.
I thought you watched it before, and you said it because it's like you were looking forward to it. And I watched it, and it's like, oof.
No. Fully enjoyed it. It's the only time
It was
I've
a
ever seen it.
fever. Watch it without the fever.
No. I think one time's good. But it's the guy that directed John Wick, the first John Wick.
Yeah.
And Paperboy's in it from Atlanta.
I know,
yeah, dude.
I know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Fully enjoyable.
But you just said you want to watch it. All these, like I've
Well, I
watched.
don't need
I've
to watch.
watched
There's
Hudson-
so many other things
I've watched
want to watch.
But like for a movie you love, it's like Hudson Hawk. I think I've watched Hudson Hawk like 6, 7, 8 times. It's like, are you gonna watch Bullet Train over and over again? And like,
No, but I would watch, I don't know, Roadhouse or Point Break that many times. The original Point Break, not the remake.
Yeah. Both of them, both originals.
Both originals.
Yeah. So are those on your list? Or
They would be, but I mean, I guess for me, they're so high up. They're 100% on my Rotten Tomatoes that I don't even know that I would put them on this list because
but
they're so good. They're such great movies.
I try to avoid cult movies because like movies that didn't do well, they're considered bombs. Like Big Trouble in Little China is both one of our favorite movies.
Absolutely, but I wouldn't put it on this
But
list.
it was not a successful movie.
It was not successful.
Yeah.
No, it was not.
Oh, but the
Was it supposed to be? Like, I don't remember. I think it was like,
Well, it was
a weird time. John Carpenter.
Yeah. But you know, I found a list of critically acclaimed, amazing movies that were box office bombs.
Oh, I'm sure there's.
Citizen Kane.
Right.
Number one.
Well, that was.
It was suppressed by.
But yeah, that was Hearst. Did a
Hearst.
campaign against him.
Yeah.
There's several critics that were on the payroll, and
Bomb. It's a Wonderful Life. Isn't
Wow.
that crazy? Shawshank Redemption. It turned into a cult movie after it bombed.
Did it
It bombed.
become a cult? Like, did it become beloved because of TV?
It had to have been
Right?
because no one went to see it in the theater.
Nobody saw it.
No one
critics,
saw it.
critics,
So when
panned it.
USA Network aired it every weekend,
Critics
came ahead.
panned it, and it
yeah,
nobody saw it. That's a
another
shame,
one?
man. Roger Deakins shot
Big
that.
Lebowski
Get out of here. That guy.
bomb.
They lost money.
I don't know about critically. It lost money. It was a bomb. It was considered a bomb, and Fight Club did not make any money.
Yeah, I could see. I'm surprised that it didn't make more money because it came out in like what 99 or 98.
Yeah.
That it didn't make more money because there's a Brad Pitt movie.
Right.
Like
that
people just went and saw
alone,
it.
for some reason.
People hated it. I guess
Yeah, no one went to see it.
crazy.
Crazy. It's
Crazy.
weird. But anyways, so it doesn't matter. It's like critics, good movie, bad movie. It's like box
Yeah.
office hits. It's just whatever breads your butter.
Whatever bread your butter. Speaking of Bruce Willis, I had on my list Moonlighting
Oh yeah,
season 1.
season 1.
How many seasons
it
did
is
they do
ma-
of Moonlighting? Do you know? 2, 3?
No, I think it was on for a while.
Get the hell
I think
out
it
of
jumped its shark. But
Well, it did as soon as they got
did
together.
you try to watch? Have you tried to watch it recently?
I watched it again, like, I'm going to say, like, late 90s. Some cable network put it on in the afternoon
Oh yeah, I do remember.
at like 2 o'clock. And
think
I
I watched
was like
that-
unemployed, so I'd watch
Me
it.
too. I think we were like
We were watching the
Fightful,
same-
watch
yeah.
the moon
The same
together.
The same moonlighting.
Somewhere out there.
That stinks.
Man, because we're unemployed. That's
Wow,
awesome.
5 seasons.
Yeah.
5 seasons?
I loved it. It picked up when
Really?
Mark Hamill came on as an astronaut, and they had the cliffhanger of like Bruce Willis want to step off. It was like take a shit or get off the pot type
Right.
of moment.
Yeah.
And that was good. But it's tough. I didn't know that I just recently, this year, started watching season 1.
Oh, yeah. They
The
put it on
cases
Hulu or
are
whatever.
absurd. I like thinking about Moonlighting. I never thought about how insanely ridiculous the premise is.
Right, because you always thought about The Office. You thought of
I just thought about Bruce Willis, but the
Maddie
thing
David and Mr. Pesto.
Yeah.
And Booger. What was Booger's
Booger.
character? I forget what his character
I don't
was.
know. But the one thing is, someone asked his character, Bruce Willis, about something. He said, "Do bears bear?" That's I've used it all year long.
He broke into song. He broke into song several times throughout Moonlighting.
See, I love, but like I think that's why I like.
You like Bruce Willis and singing?
Yes. No.
Are you a fan of his record?
Not at all.
The Return of Bruno.
It made me sad.
What was it?
And
Bruno?
it's like if I saw him pull out a harmonica, I'd slap it out of his hand.
If he pulled a harmonica out now, it would be by accident.
Sorry, Bruce.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's a shitty hand you were dealt, man.
Yeah, you didn't deserve that.
No. Give me one of yours before I go on.
No, this is I got two movies that fall into sort of the same category because they're like both sort of teen sex comedy things.
I know. I miss teen sex comedy.
Bring them back.
Yeah,
bring them back.
They have like Netflix now. They have the rom-com teen sex.
Yeah,
sort of comedy, but they're not full out.
Nah,
teen sex comedy.
Yeah, but Can't Hardly Wait. That was one. It was absurd and like just had so many ridiculous layers to it, and it's so of that time, like the fashion and the patina of it all.
They did a great house party.
Great house party. One of my my absolute favorite things in the world as an aesthetic, teen house party.
Teen house party.
Love it. It's great.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah. That's why I love Uncle Buck when he's going to get his niece and he's going through the party and someone takes his hat and he puts some of that hats on and he's like, by the end, he's got a beard. He's like going through the house.
Perfect.
Teen house party.
Teen house party. Pizza on the turntable. I mean, you got to love it. But also Euro Trip.
Oh,
Euro Trip,
my God. Yes.
Was such a... I'm pretty sure the guys that directed that had maybe written some Seinfeld episodes or done some spec stuff for Seinfeld. I don't know.
It was brilliant.
They were friends with Matt Damon, which was impressive. They got him to show up for
Don't
a cameo.
tell Scotty. If you don't know the song, don't tell Scotty.
Scotty doesn't know. It's the best. Yeah, but all those people in it, like none of them. Michelle Trachtenberg, I think, is the only one who like
had any, the Buffy fame.
Yeah, any real staying power.
Yeah.
But they were all great. They were all great, wonderfully cast and
awesome.
Weird,
the nerdy brother.
So many weird cameos. I think Fred Armisen made a cameo in it.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon.
Did you know his little brother that he would call into all the time? They shot, I think, in like Luxembourg or Germany or somewhere weird.
Yeah.
And he was a local.
Really?
Yeah. That's why he sounds so weird. He did an American
accent.
Yeah.
It
was great.
Yeah, you think they're like in, Massachusetts or Jersey or something.
Yeah. But he's so funny.
Yeah. Those two movies continue to tickle me. I think Eurotrip has bigger laughs in it.
I've watched Eurotrip more.
Yeah.
Like I bought the DVD and to watch
again, great nudity.
Oh yeah, it was so great.
And
dudes too. There's
there's a lot
bags.
There's a lot of ball bags in it. It's pretty. It's
movie.
Dumb and funny,
It's
and
so
it was
dumb.
I'm sure not well reviewed.
Oh yeah, look that up again.
Yeah, that one.
See Rotten Tomatoes for
that one has to be looked up. I think.
Oh my God, it's so fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry
if you like dumb
you know what?
shit.
Actually, I don't apologize for that. It was very funny. It got a 47%.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that makes me happy. For some reason,
you know what?
Because it's like badge of honors. It's like no.
The audience score though. Audience knows what they're talking about. 75%.
Yeah, man.
That's all right.
It's
Thanks.
funny.
Thanks, everybody.
Don't take yourself so serious, critics.
I can't imagine that we're going to get a whole lot of grief about that. I'm now nervous about Can't Hardly Wait, though. Hold on.
I think that was...
Again, critically, 42%, 63%. A few less people enjoyed Can't Hardly Wait.
But I think that falls in a lot of people's sweet spot. I think a lot of people probably our age or around our age like remember that movie fondly.
Yeah. It was also though the cast of that around that time, it was like Can't Hardly Wait, Empire Records, which was a great movie.
Yes.
That was so
yes.
So fun.
So fun.
And again, a movie that nobody went on to do anything really.
Yeah.
Two of the people ended up in CSI Miami.
Yeah. They've done a few things.
Yeah.
Joe, the owner, did some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And Liv Tyler.
Oh, yeah. She did a few things, I think.
And Renee Zellweger's in it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because it's not a huge role.
It's not a huge role.
Yeah.
And she's great in it.
My name's not fucking Warren.
I love when at the end, she's on the roof singing.
That's right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna skip over one and go to one first. The other one is such an outlier. Like no one's ever heard of it. I can guarantee no one has ever heard of it or watched it.
Right.
So I'll save that for later. The other one, this is total genre, but it was a bomb. And it was a bomb for Tom Cruise and Ridley Scott. If you just blankly said, Tom Cruise is going to team up with the director of Gladiator and Blade Runner, it's just like...
And I'd go, Days of Thunder? And you go, no, that was his brother.
That was his brother, yeah. But he did a fantasy movie called Legend. And I have watched this to the point...
Tim Curry?
Tim Curry as, not the devil, as darkness. There could be no dark without light. It's like, at one point, Tim Curry does a whole monologue about why you need evil things in your life. And the whole thing is that...
I took it to heart.
Yeah. I could do the whole monologue. Like, I would sit, like, I was in art school, and I'd be working on paint, and I could do word for word the whole monologue.
I wish you could now, because there's nothing I'd like to see more than a guy in a T-shirt with a worm in a hot tub.
It's a hot dog. It's a.
Oh, I thought it was the king of the worms.
No, it's a hot dog in a hot tub.
Do you know what that part at the top is called?
The little crown part?
The crown part of a hot dog?
A hot dog.
It's called a glizzy.
A glizzy.
It's called a glizzy.
You don't want a glizzy. You don't want to... You know, maybe you want to give a glizzy. You don't want to get a glizzy.
Yeah. It's called a glizzy. So that right there, that's his glizzy.
That's his glizzy.
Yuck.
I just like that. My wife bought this for me because I saw it in a store and then she went back and bought it for me and gave it to me later. It's his smile just fucking cracked me up. I want to feel this way all the time.
But that's like, putting a lobster in a pot and just slowly turning the water up. He doesn't know the end is near. Yeah. He's so happy.
Ignorance is bliss, man.
I guess so.
But I just want to have that smile all the time.
I want to call you King Glizzy.
Oh no, that won't stick. I'll squash that one. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
back to Legend.
Neither Tom Cruise
weird. Nor the soundtrack. What Tangerine Orange?
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream.
Oof. It's new agey soundtracks were big at that time, like Vangelis, Chariots of Fire, and
a lot of synthesizers.
Wait, didn't Vangelis do Blade Runner?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Ridley Scott was really part of the problem. He was really bringing all of those new age composers. I'm surprised Yanni didn't do his next movie.
But yeah, Tom Cruise is a woodland creature who has to stop darkness from taking over the light. He wants to end daylight. And the love interest is Mia Sara from Ferris Bueller.
How did they sell that?
When she was like the perfect, like Snow White, like perfect woodland lady. But then when darkness gets her, she turns into this vampy, V-cut.
Oh yeah, did she have
sexy black
contacts?
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. It was like when at the end of Grease, when what's her name turns into the slutty girl.
Yeah. Boy, Grease is a real problem. That did not
Olivia
age.
Newton-John. That was great.
That did not age well.
Oh yeah, it did. Oh, we watch it all the time.
Grease.
Yes.
It's all based on him slut shaming.
Oh yeah.
And there's that's
going to be another episode. That's for another episode.
There is so much sexual assault in that movie.
Oh yes.
It's awesome. Barbara Hershey. Wait, is Barbara Hershey who played fucking Rizzo?
No. Anyways, we're off track.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, how was Legend Did they try to sell it as like a kids movie? Like, what was the huge
I
fucking
don't
disconnect
even know.
there?
No, I can't even imagine it.
Did it
It's
come
like
out at the same time as
I was-
Dark Crystal and fuck everyone up? Like they didn't know what to
It
do.
might have been. It might have been like during like Labyrinth, Dark Crystal.
Labyrinth might have fucked things up too.
I don't even know. But Tim Curry as Dark, you have to say, is visually.
Oh, I've seen Legend.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really looks.
He's like this. And if you see Tim Curry in real life, he's a delicate man.
Tim Curry's not doing good now. He don't look good. Oh man, he looks terrible.
Imagine. But he was also
He's still
Rocky
wearing
Horror Picture.
He's still wearing panties though. That's
yeah. So he was great. Like he has that bravado, like he had in thing. But he plays the devil, and he's like in this hulking red
big
costume, but like, and his vocal, like his monologues are just
he had great delivery.
So good.
Yeah,
and I was a geek nerd artist, and man, I just ate that shit up. It is so good.
It was a good. It was a good time because all that stuff was kind of done practically.
Yeah.
Because special effects would have been too
CG.
hokey if they had done it with CG. So it was all practical.
It's all practical.
It's pretty cool.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that is all right.
That's my nerd pick. That's definitely my nerd pick.
Yes, my terrible special effects movie that I enjoy is Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea. Is that the
shark
one that eats
with LL Cool J?
LL Cool J. I learned how to make an omelet from
movie?
LL Cool J. They're like, how are your omelets so good? It's like LL Cool J taught me.
You take it off the heat a little bit, put it back on. Yeah,
you gotta have the heat. And you gotta whisk all over. Get air.
Yeah, you aerate them.
Yeah, you don't put cream in it or milk or anything. Yeah. Oh my
I can appreciate that. That was a terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah,
with very bad effects because it was sort of. Like they didn't have the like Jurassic Park money where it was like before its time and had amazing effects.
No,
it was.
There's a little CG. Well, I guess there's a lot of CG, but like in the tank at the end, I haven't seen it in a while, but I do.
Oh, the shark jumps out of the thing.
There's
it's
a
not
lot
good.
of things going on.
It's not good. Samuel L. Jackson,
the dude that was Punisher one time.
Yep, one time. I
can't think of his name. He was hung in the HBO series.
It's
Thomas
Jane.
Thomas James. Yeah.
But that was that year that Samuel L. Jackson, you had to have him in your movie.
Yeah, he was in every movie.
It was one of those years.
But spoiler alert, he's not in the movie for long. That was actually the best part. That was like great. Yeah. But I can see that. I think that has like one of the elements
fully
of having a bad movie that you love. If you're flipping around the TV and it's on and you find yourself, it's like all of a sudden a half hour is gone.
That was it. Yeah,
it sucks you in.
Yep, that was a movie that. Here's the thing, it's somehow inexplicably, its critic score is 60%, and the viewer score is 39%. Based on over 250,000 reviews. 250,000
So
plus
the critics
people.
loved it, and the viewers were like, this is fucking garbage.
Yeah. To be fair, the critics were all mothers of people that were in it.
Oh, Jesus shit.
If you like big summer action flicks. Yeah, no, dude, this was, it's really.
But didn't they were scientists and they made a smart shark?
Something like that, yeah.
Something
They
like
were,
that?
it was like largely in a thing underwater.
Yeah.
Look,
something you should never do.
Yeah, right. Now, I feel like, no, didn't they harvest DNA from their brains and like do something?
I thought they enhanced the brains.
They made them smarter.
Yeah, they made them smarter.
Maybe all of these critical reviews were written after Sharknado, and they were like, actually, this was fucking genius.
This was great.
This was great. We've revisited it. They made maybe Criterion put Deep Blue Sea out.
My last one is, like I said, is such an outlier. I don't think you've ever seen it. Even though I talk about it all the time, I kind of take it personally that you haven't, like, just to know me better.
All right. Yeah, I need to fucking do that.
Yeah. I know you're fine.
Yeah. I'm good.
I'm good.
Thanks.
There's a 1997 movie with Jason Patric.
I was pretty busy in 97, so
Well, I didn't see this in 97. I saw this much later, but I don't know how I saw it, why I saw it, but I saw it, and I've watched it so many times. I love it. It's called Incognito.
How is this your
You
fake?
can't- I
is this
can't
your fake painter movie?
Yes.
Yeah, you've talked.
Yes.
Yes, because you've talked about it so many times.
I know. So it's just like I've taken it personal that you have not taken the time. You haven't taken an hour. It's like a perfect hour and 27 minutes. It's like I don't know. It could be longer. But it is Jason Patric plays a forger. He has a famous father who's a famous painter, and he was following it, but he didn't quite make it. You know, he was like a marginally famous painter, and he thought his son had the talent to be a major art thing, but instead he went for the easy money and became a world famous forger. But he's very serious about it. And so someone hires him to forge a Rembrandt. But here's the cool part. At being an artist, and like the only classes I ever took in art school are art history. So they go through the process of how to fake a Rembrandt. And like he has to melt
Now
down,
this would just be like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
It'd be a tutorial. He'd be like
there's
watching it on a
murder
phone and
and
being
it's
like,
tension, and he runs
Thank
because
God.
he's accused. But
he's
like,
accused of accepting a commission.
right. But in the meantime, while he's being chased, his father dies, and then he's on trial, and he has to paint on trial to show
In the courtroom?
In the courtroom to show. So, but the Rembrandt is a self-portrait that was lost at sea. It's like they had, like again, and like how you age a fake painting with like all this stuff, and like how to make it, and it's done with lead paint that you don't use anymore. So he had to make his own lead paint from lead soldiers, and like he had to get like actual like pigments.
I guess they didn't do a sequel because he had cancer
But he's also like
from all the heavy metals he had to melt down and inhale.
I forget where, like, I don't know if he was in France or Italy or some European romantic city.
In an attic.
In an attic.
painting.
And he painted with his shirt off, and he just drank wine out of the bottle. And I'm like, I want to go to that.
It's a real Shakespeare in Love sort of setting, huh? Jesus Christ.
It is good.
Was
Wow.
this post Speed 2?
It was 97. I don't know. I don't know where it fell.
Well, let's see.
Jason
Let's hold
Patrick.
Well, it got a critical review of 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, but you're not
33.
alone. 60% of the people who have taken the time to review Incognito
See? Thank you, 60%.
seem to like it.
It was directed by John Badham.
Frankenheimer? Who?
John Badham, who did Saturday Night Fever and War Games.
Wow, what a fall! He had such a
It's good.
he had such a successful run of huge movies, and didn't he do like Rambo, like or something? He did something else like really big at that time. Like he had a run.
I'm trying to think. I
Also, Saturday Night Live. Save that one
Saturday
for
Night
our
Fever.
or Saturday Night Fever for our movies that didn't age well.
Yeah.
It's like also, guess what? Not about dancing so much.
Yeah, not so much.
I do have one other really horribly reviewed movie that does tickle me.
All right.
And looking it up, 33% and a 41%. So not a lot of people enjoyed this movie. But A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh my
The
God,
Seth
it's
MacFarlane
awesome.
movie is so fucking funny.
It is so funny. Every bit of it is
Every bit of it's funny. Everybody's funny in it.
Oh
Charlize
my
Theron's hilarious in it.
And she's so solid.
She's so good at comedy.
And she's like a rock. She's so funny, but she's such a good actress that she's such a rock in it. But Sarah Silverman steals
She does.
everything that comes out of her mouth.
Giovanni Ribisi and Sarah Silverman in that movie are
Oh my God.
so great.
It is so funny.
So funny.
Because they never break character. They're always, and it's just like another level.
Yeah.
Another level.
I
It's
have
so
to
funny.
I have to wonder if her stuff was scripted or they just let her run wild with it because it is.
Oh my God. I would love to. I would love to know.
If I ever meet Sarah Silverman, I'm gonna ask. That's my question.
That's your ask.
Jesus, that was funny.
The crazy thing, who's the star and director and writer?
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, from
Family Guy.
Family Guy. I just saw an interview, my feed. I'm getting tons of celebrity interviews. It's probably from all the research I've been doing on this shit.
Right. Yeah.
But he went out and got drunk on September 10th and was too hungover to get on the airplane that was used in September 11th.
Yeah, he was supposed to fly back to L.A. and was hungover.
Yeah, and like when he told the story, everyone was like shitting themselves. I'd be in therapy for life. He's just like, nah, I don't believe in that shit. He's like, it's not like, oh, it's the one plane I ever missed. I miss my planes all the time. I'm horrible at it. I'm like, so this is just another plane. I'm just like, I think he's kind of,
someone else who missed their flight that day, and it's so unfortunate.
oh no.
Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be on one of those planes.
Mark, man.
And he would have saved us from, first of all, he may have saved us. Because couldn't you see all 4'9" of him trying to trying to take over the flight?
No.
You don't think he would have action heroed that?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Without a sidekick, he's nothing. Well, it would have saved us from what, like 11 Transformers movies?
Jesus Christ. A couple of them. I'm not defending Mark Wahlberg as an actor.
No. Oh, please, go on. Defend Mark Wahlberg for me.
The Scorsese movie.
He was so terrible. Two things you can cut from that: him and the rat that ran across the railing at the end.
Stop.
It's like, I get it. He was supposed to be a prick, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, it could have been anybody.
Wow.
Literally anyone with a Boston.
From Boston, right?
Yeah. Put Donnie Wahlberg in that role, and it would have been great. You know what? Donnie Wahlberg doesn't get enough credit. Almost stole The Sixth Sense, that guy.
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't seen Sixth Sense.
Spoiler alert. I'm going to spoil the Sixth Sense for you.
He's a killer? Did he shoot him?
He's the skinny guy locked in the bathroom. It's Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I never knew.
Yeah, spoiler alert. He's better than everyone else in the movie.
Stop it. That's all I got. I got a bunch of like, the one that in my research came up, one of the biggest money losers, Bombs. And a movie I love, it's close to loving. I really like. I don't want to say love yet. I'm not.
Right. You're not that important in your relationship.
Yeah. But I really like 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas.
Oh.
It lost $125 million.
Oh my God! How much did they make it for?
It was probably made for
126, 125.50.
No, but again, it's genre.
Jesus Christ!
It's an awesome movie. It is so good. It's a little weird. It's a period piece, kind of like Knights and Warriors and kind of stuff like that. And
what's this
he
movie
plays
called?
an Arab.
What's it? What?
Yeah.
Wow.
The 13th Warrior.
Okay.
And he'd be
canceled for that today.
He finds himself in like Norway, like Nordic warriors, and he has to learn their language and like all this stuff. And he bands with them because like they think that they're being terrorized by like demon bears, but it's not. It's this tribe, but they use like bear claws and things, and like they're attacking.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
It's the old Clint Eastwood premise of like the bad guys are coming to destroy the town. He has to teach the townsmen how to become warriors to save their own town.
It was $160 million. It was made in 1999.
Yeah, and it was $160 million.
$160 million. What the fuck?
It's
worldwide. It made 61 million at the end.
Yeah.
But that's
worldwide.
That's worldwide.
But it still lost $100 million.
Wow, what is that in today's money? Because I'd love to know. So that was 1999.
But it's good. Like the fighting's good. There's like I like a serious.
And they have those pulled pork things. You know, those claws. They sell those claws. So
the pulled pork.
Yeah,
that's they had a fight. But I love a serious movie that intertwines comedy. I don't like.
It had comedy.
lightheartedness. It's like, it was good. I really, really enjoyed it.
$160 million in 1999 is equivalent to the purchasing power of $302,810,000 today.
Yeah.
What happened?
But like, it's kind of funny that they would pour. Who directed it? Well, like, there had to have been a reason to put $160 million into a period.
John McTiernan, who did Die Hard, and Michael Crichton co-directed or both somehow got directing credits on this.
It's really good.
Did Michael Crichton
It's a
write it?
good movie.
Michael Crichton was one of the writers, so I'm not surprised.
What did it get on Rotten Tomatoes?
That's a great question. What did the 13th Warrior get?
13th Warrior.
That is, I hope, there's a great podcast called What Went Wrong, where they break down movies and what went wrong on them. And
right. But maybe none of that.
13th Warrior might be a great episode for them. You might have to join their Patreon and suggest that.
And suggest that.
Critics gave it a 33%. And fans lapped them with a 66%.
66, see?
So some people did like that.
I'm telling you, I'm in the 66.
You know, I'm thinking back about the beginning of our conversation where you talk about some of our lost years where we drank too much.
Yeah.
I remember I would watch a lot of like 2 a.m. TV.
Yeah.
You know, 2 a.m. basic cable. And one show that I can't tell you any of the episodes of, but I know I saw several and enjoyed all of them, was definitely VIP. The Pamela Anderson detective show.
Holy shit.
Where she's like an employee at a hot dog stand and then somehow opens a detective agency with other hot people.
I remember.
Like a hot black dude and like some other chick.
Yeah.
And
I recall none of it, but I remember it happening.
Yes. That show I really enjoyed.
The one that I like currently as a sober person, if I can't sleep.
Whoa. You're not a sober person. Don't take that away from a person that is not a blackout drunk.
Not fighting. Yeah. It's like,
from someone who's no longer.
I have cut back greatly. How about that? Yeah. But like at 2 a.m, they play reruns on some station. Is Hunter? I have watched. I think I've watched all the seasons.
The like early 80s.
Fred Fred something. He was a football player for the Rams. He had a receding hairline. He was really tall, and he had his partner was Mimi. And she was always played a hooker. She always
she's always undercover.
And she kept her gun in her purse.
Fred Dryer.
Stephanie
Kramer.
Yeah, she had like the major shoulder pads.
Yep. It was a real Remington Steele Magnum PI era show.
But production-wise, having edited and filmed.
Hey, Garrett Morris was on it.
Yes, he was. He was the Huggy Bear.
He was their Huggy Bear?
He was their Huggy Bear. They didn't have enough content to fill the
44 minutes.
44 minutes. So anytime they drove anywhere, they showed the whole drive. They show them getting in the car. They show them driving on the road. They show them pulling up slowly to the warehouse.
Buckle up. I'm not going anywhere until you put that seatbelt on.
They had so much filler time with cars that when I pointed it out to my wife, she was like, holy shit, you're right.
But there was no GPS. They're like, hold on, go in my glove compartment, grab that map.
Right. They would close the doors.
Well, if we took the 405, I think we might save a few minutes if we took the 101.
They even show them walking up to the houses, like
long walks.
Long walks up the house. It's like, holy shit.
I think they were just light on script pages, and they were like, maybe we should, do it. You know, the problem with this episode is that the entire episode is all highly recommended.
It is. It's so hard to.
It was because we were
talked
having
about
trouble.
It in the beginning. It was like. I think we're recommending all these.
Because the only thing because when you said that, I panicked. So I saved one that got horrible reviews, I think.
Right.
But I loved, and I think it's super enjoyable, and it stars several people that we've already talked about today, which is The Devil's Advocate with Charlize Theron and Al Pacino. And, you know what? Looking at Rotten Tomatoes, got okay critic scores, but great 80% from viewers.
Oh man, I mean, it's like possessed lawyer movie. I'm fucking in,
Yeah.
man. Oh, it's
Oh,
like,
the
why
best.
do you think he never lost? You know?
Yeah,
It's
come
like
on.
he's the devil's son. Spoiler.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, good orgy stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Charlize Theron full frontal in a church, no less. She's wearing some scars, though. Be careful. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it was great.
Yeah, real.
The only thing, it got a little kooky at the end. With the painting.
No, but the sculpture
Yeah,
behind
the-
him that
the
was alive.
sculpture,
Yeah. I always wanted to do my office like that. See if anybody noticed.
But it's like full on Pacino.
Oh, he's so over. It's set,
You know,
set of
he's
the
like-
woman Pacino for sure.
Yeah,
it had to
he-
have been around that time.
He lays it on thick.
So it's 97, right?
Yeah,
Well, it was
yeah.
Son of a Woman's like right around then. And
Yeah.
I guess like post Speed, Keanu, because he's pretty
Yeah.
big, but he's not
Not
massive.
not massive.
He's not Matrix huge.
He was
yet.
great, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was awesome.
I love Keanu Reeves.
Keanu, I love Keanu too. Selling him as a really good lawyer is a stretch.
yeah. Oh,
Unless-
FBI agent,
Yeah.
lawyer, like, you know.
Yes.
I think he leans heavy on the Bill and Ted, and everything else is really good acting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, he's just a cool dude. You know what I love about Keanu Reeves? And because I'm a comic book geek, he created a comic book. They wrote it and drew it in his image, and now it's being made into a movie, and he's doing it. So it's just like
Yeah.
what do you call it?
It's self-fulfilling prophecy
Yeah,
of
yeah.
sorts. Yeah. Also,
And it's a really bizarre comic book. So I'm curious.
yeah, super violent, right?
Yeah, super
Yeah.
violent. Yeah.
Yeah. I do love some Keanu. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that
It's hard to say he's like-
he's sainted now.
Yeah.
He can do no
Name
wrong.
me a Keanu Reeves movie you didn't like. I mean, I saw one.
Second and third Matrix. Actually, I never saw the third Matrix. I
you
can't
never
say
saw
that.
it.
I shut off the second one now.
That had its own problems. I don't think Keanu was the
It was
problem.
not his
Yeah,
fault.
it's not his problem.
They couldn't have done the movie without him, right?
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
yeah.
I
didn't like that. Remember, like Richard Linklater or somebody did like an animated Scanner Darkly. Wasn't he in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Yeah, that was a weird time period. He did a lot of those .com, like
Yeah,
early
yeah.
internet future
Yeah,
movies of
yeah.
like bizarreness. There's I saw one where he's a degenerate and he becomes a little league baseball coach, the inner city baseball coach. It was
Don't know that
awesome.
one. That's a good
I
one.
didn't know that one either.
Because inner city baseball is something they don't really do a lot.
Yeah.
Like inner city Little League?
Diane Lane was in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's solid. That
It
is
was good. It was good.
Um,
But one of my this would fall into this thing. There's a Keanu Reeves movie that I'm sure do you have Keanu?
I got him
open?
up here.
With she's super hot. From Constantine. What's her name? Rachel Weisz.
Okay. Yep.
Chain Reaction.
Okay.
I
Let's
can
see.
walk
It all came back to
watch
you.
the shit out of that
Watch
movie.
the shit out Chain Reaction. Huh?
Chain Reaction is so good. Rachel Weisz and Morgan Freeman and Super Troopers Secession dude.
Oh, Brian Cox.
Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so good. It has like a little no, I don't even know. They're on the run.
Enough said.
And people chasing them.
Enough said.
Things are gonna blow up. It's
I got to say, The
great.
Lake House, not his best work.
yeah. That's a
Yeah.
tough one. Wasn't that Diane Lane too?
No, that was Sandra Bullock, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock.
Wasn't it something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a great one, but
Yeah.
Anything
But
I-
that's not quite for us.
No. But no, any of his rom-coms I'm all right with. He's just, Sweet November or...
Oh yes,
That's-
Charlize Theron again.
Hey, yeah.
That's a guilty pleasure movie. I watched the shit out of that. I've seen that more than
Feeling Minnesota, was that a rom-com? I forget that one.
Ooh, Feeling Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think everyone was like
Yeah, that was
dealing with problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, we're going down in Minnesota.
Yeah, but I think this is a great list of things. There's so many things here
Oh,
that you could, if you haven't seen them, they're all worth watching.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I'll watch just about anything. And I enjoy clearly. He was
Yeah,
my
but-
best man in my wedding, and his speech was he was going to divulge a secret to everyone attending the wedding, and I literally pooped my pants a little bit.
Yeah, it was worth it.
I was like, what the fuck is he going to say? And is that I love rom-coms. And then the rest of his speech were lines from rom-coms, from 5 rom-coms. It was well done. But it's true. I'm a sucker for a rom-com.
If
Holy
you
shit.
got married now, I'd just have AI write it, but like in the voice of, Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, like in the,
Right.
in the
Like
tone
how-
of Dalton giving a
Dalton.
speech to young bouncers. That's how I would have AI write your.
What the pain don't hurt. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's there's a lot here.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like.
Again,
I think,
interact with us.
Yes.
Let us know your.
and I think you need to watch
Bombs.
Bullet Train.
I did watch Bullet Train and,
And
I
enjoyed
hated it.
What?
I did not like it. I wanted it to end, and when it ended, I went, ugh. I like everyone in it. I like every actor in it, but put them on a train and they stink.
Thank God it was the Bullet Train, so it was nice and smooth, and it wasn't rocking the whole time. That's the one thing.
I think the like you had a show of like I definitely don't recommend, and we're battling on a Bullet Train. It takes a lot for me to click it off. It was I can't think of it. It was Ron Howard's daughter's in it. Argyle. Sam Rockwell. She's a spy writer.
Oh God.
I got probably a good hour into it, and I'm just like, my head is hurting. I can't watch this garbage anymore, and I turned it off. It was.
Let's do
It is
Let's do an
horrible.
episode. Let's figure out things that
Yeah.
that I like that you hate, like Bullet Train. Right? Let's say, and we'll do it like an in defense of, and I'll make my case.
Oh right,
And
yeah,
then,
because we need interaction.
And then you
please-
make your case for why
Right,
something that you like,
and
which
we'll
is
let
endless.
them decide
Yeah.
who's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm right about Bullet Train.
absolutely not.
If you like Bullet Train, let me know. If you hate Bullet Train, let us know.
I enjoyed it. That's all I got to say.
Oof.
Maybe it was the fever, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
How Bullet
maybe
Train
it's just
doing?
what you needed
How
during
Bullet
COVID.
Train doing Rotten Tomatoes?
I think people liked it.
Yeah, because it was enjoyable. I bet you critics didn't. 53% and a 76% from the fans.
Oh Jesus!
So,
Yeah,
people liked it. People liked it because it's a good movie.
It's
Once.
not. It's not.
All right. You want to
Watch Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, you should. You should
It's
watch that. That's a good one.
Dumb-
That's a real,
oh no, Eurotrip. I think Eurotrip's the winner
That's the winner?
of today's episode.
All right.
Eurotrip is hilarious. I'm gonna watch it this week. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
I think I'm going to watch A Million Ways to Die in the West again.
Oh my god, that is
Because
so good, too.
that's a good one. So
That's a good
yeah.
tune. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, do that and then get back to us and let us know what you think and how much you loved Bullet Train.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yep.